Hey ukulele players, Merry Christmas. Let's learn how to play White Christmas on ukulele. I'll break down the chords, the strumming pattern, and go over some of the tricky parts in the song. All right, let's get into it. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Okay, first things first, let's take a look at each of the chords in this song line by line. There's around 9 chords in this song. Most of them are pretty easy to play, but there's a couple tricky ones that deserve some extra attention. So let's take a look. The first chord in the first line we have is a C chord. Pretty standard C chord. And then we switch to a D minor chord. So I'm dream, back to C, of. Okay, so now we are at the A minor 7th flat 5 chord. So that's just another way of saying a half diminished 7th chord, but we can write it as A minor 7 flat 5. Sounds like a mouthful, but it's actually pretty simple to play. All we do is take our index finger, place it on the 3rd fret of the C string right here. Then we're going to take that ring finger and place it on the 5th fret of the E string, middle finger on the 3rd fret of that bottom A string. Let the top string ring open. So that gives us our A minor 7th flat 5 chord. And something to note about this position is it's actually the same position, same finger arrangement as a normal G chord down here. So all you're doing is taking that G chord finger position, sliding it up to the 3rd fret, and then placing that ring finger on the 5th fret of the E string. So that first line of the song we have, I'm dreaming of a white. Now we go to G 7th chord, Christmas, to an F chord, just like the ones I used to know, D minor, G7, where the treetops, now we go to C 7th chord right here, glisten and children listen. And for this we have an F minor chord. So we're going to take our index finger, place it on the 1st fret, top G string, middle finger, 1st fret, E string, and then I like to place my little finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom A string. You're going to let that C string ring open. So we have, and children listen to hear, to an A minor, sleigh bells in the snow. By the way, I've put together a PDF worksheet of all the chords in the song and also the strumming patterns, as well as a rhythm chart so you know exactly when to change every chord in the song. If you want to get that, just click the link below this video. put in your email, and I'll send it right to your inbox. All right, so those are all the chords you need to know to be able to play White Christmas, and you'll definitely want to give them some practice because the chord changes in this song can happen quite frequently. Speaking of which, let's get into the strumming pattern for this song. What we want to do for White Christmas is start off really simple at first, and fortunately for this song, all we have to do is count in 4 and play down strums. This song has a nice, really easygoing, relatively slow tempo that's kind of jazz inspired. So you get that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can add that and just strum really nice and soft over a C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we can start by practicing the first line of the verse with this strumming pattern, just strumming down strum. So here's what that's going to sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Okay, so you'll notice that that's a pretty tricky line in the song. The first line happens to be the trickiest and hardest to play. So what we have is a C chord for the first 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then starting on dreaming, on that D minor chord, you're going to change chords every single beat of the measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is each going to get a chord change. So counting really slowly, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And played a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, on that downloadable worksheet, I've included a rhythm chart specifically for this first verse, showing every beat that you change every chord. So you can see the count and be able to follow along really nice and easy. So be sure to get that if you want. Okay, so as you can see, that first line has a lot of chord changes, but if you count out loud and just think about changing a chord on every beat, you'll figure out how to play that first line of the song. Okay, so the second tricky part that you need to know about in this song is on the second line actually, and it's at the end. So that second line sounds like this. Just like the ones I used to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that D minor to G7 chord there at the end of the second line, that's kind of a nice little turnaround where for the first 2 beats of the measure, you're going to strum the D minor chord. And then on the last 2 beats, you'll switch to the G7 chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you'll definitely want to give some specific attention to practicing the first line of the song and the end of the second line. And you might be thinking, well, down strums are kind of simple and maybe a little boring, but we can spice it up just a little bit. To do that, we're going to add in up strums between the second and fourth beats. So we're going to count out loud, down, down, up, or 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and here's what that's going to sound like played over a C chord. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 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 down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So you can practice that strumming pattern, and then once you're ready, once you have those chord changes figured out on the first line, you can start playing this strumming pattern. So it sounds something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. And 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and... Okay, so the last tricky part in this song that you need to know about is on the last line of that second verse, which sounds something like this. And may all your Christmases be white. So again, on that line, chord changes happen more frequently, and specifically, chord changes happen every 2 beats. So on the first 2 beats, you'll strum 1 chord. The last 2 beats, on beats 3 and 4, you'll switch to a chord. So count it out loud. It's going to sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, sung, it's going to sound like this. And may all your Christmases be white. And that's how you play White Christmas on ukulele. Like I said before, the song has a lot of chord changes, so be sure to take it slow and give this song the practice it deserves. It's a really fun and beautiful one to play, especially this time of year. Thanks so much for watching. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time.